Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel, and this is same series of clean architecture with CQRS pattern. Okay, so far we have let's get start first demo. So in this session we'll implement this delete operation inside that .NET Web API using clean architecture. Okay, so far we have complete everything, like we have complete all the get, post, put, you know every endpoint, all the operations. But yeah, now we'll implement here. Okay, this is the last session of our clean architecture in user interface, like UI layer. Okay, and this will be end of this series. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let me open our Visual Studio first and take this same example, whatever so far we have done actually. So let me open here, and this is clean architecture. Look for that project. Yes, this is that one. Okay, let me open that one, and especially recommend before proceeding. Till now it's opening. Okay, before proceeding, so especially recommend to you watch my all the clean architecture series session so that you can understand and digest. Okay, how's that working, how create the project architecture, how we can create all the layers, how we can interact that application layer to that UI layer, so all the things. Okay, so this is one by one. I already created. Okay, also there's a playlist section. So in this playlist section actually you will get, you will able to see that that playlist as well. Okay, so this is that one. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let open, it's already open in my application in Visual Studio. So let me open and go to the controller. Okay, this is a API layer. Okay, and go to that block controller, and in this block controller we have till now only just get, you know http get, http post, put. Okay, now we have to implement that delete. Okay, it is very simple, nothing we have to do, just call it as a simple code. Okay, and just call one endpoint. So just create a one endpoint like http delete. Okay, inside we have to pass one route parameter based on this id, actually block id we have to delete. Okay, and just create one method, async task. Okay, IActionResult and delete, just call as a method name as a delete. Okay, and then pass it to id so that whatever the route parameter it will match. Okay, and then what need to do, you just call to your mediator. Okay, mediator which is inside your base class. Okay, so just call this mediator. Okay, if you don't know how we can achieve, how we can implement that one, so please especially recommend to you go to my previous session. Okay, so let call this mediator, and mediator will have a method to call our application layer which is interact. Okay, and then pass to our command. So what is our command? It is just we already just create a delete command. Okay, in this application layer. So delete, just although delete, or let me check what is that command name which is we created. So go to application layer, and inside the application layer you open that blogs and then commands, and inside that command that deletes, and this is a delete block command. So let me copy this delete block command over here. Okay, and then just pass to id, whatever id we have getting for the UI, and just assign to over here, and that's it. Okay, and just this is a async of it, async asynchronous method. So let me fix that red quick line. Okay, so this is just fixing, and that it is asking a return type. So what is our return type? Just check it. Okay, so it is just returning integer. So let me store as a integer id. or we can just return nothing, because this that id, based on the id we are not doing any logic over here. Okay, so what we'll do, just simply return to no content. Okay, because this is the delete method, so here we actually that api we have to pass that 204. Okay, which is, see, this is saying 204 is no content. Okay, so that means there's a no content we have written to ui. Okay, but yeah, it is successfully execution successfully. Okay, this is done. Let me put debugger point and let me open and see how is that working. And it is very simple line code of, that's why it's clean architecture, called as a clean architecture. So nothing dependent in the ui layer. Okay, so let me open this delete. Okay, let me check first how many records do we in our application, in our database. So see, there's a many, suppose we have to delete to 11. Okay, just put to 11 over here, id 11, and just execute. See, once you execute, you will get this debugger point in this block controller, and go to your handler, application layer handler, and inside the application layer handler just debugger point over here and just continue. See, your application layer get this request, and yeah, 11 is request, and then it is calling to infrastructure layer. So go to that infrastructure layer, repository. Inside the repository, just looking for that delete operation. So see, and then continue. See, it is reaching this infrastructure layer, and finally they will delete from the db. Okay, it is calling the db context and entity framework to responsible to delete over here, and then finally return back to our ui application and ui, and then finally running your application and run back to our ui. They get that success 200 204. Okay, and let me check this 11 is 11 exist or not. Okay, so last one is 11, so let me execute. See, that last is 10 but 11 is gone. Okay, similar, if I put wrong parameter, like not 10, it is not exist right now, is 11 is not exist. So let me execute, execute. Okay, so it is saying 204, but yeah, we can we can implement such kind of things over here now, or such kind of things over here, but yeah, uh, we have to not do that in this controller, controller level. Okay, we have to that validation inside that application layer, so that will do in my next session. Okay, so yeah, in this clean architecture, how we can achieve that, uh, validation. Okay, so we'll do that, because there is no sense, no make sense like we can the put logic. Yeah, we can do that, like we can get that whatever return type is a id, so we can do that, and we can tell us over here, for example, as of now, just uh, where result. Okay, and based on the result, if if result if result equal 0. Okay, if it is 0, so then definitely it's not found. Okay, but return not, or just return bad request. Okay, return bad request. Okay, so this is one the solution, but this is not a right solution. Okay, so that's why it's just for demonstration, I'm just showing you, but in real scenario we'll achieve these things. Okay, let me check again that 11. Okay, 11, execute, and just put the debugger over here. Let me run. See, it is 0 because there is no data is available. But yeah, see, for this approach, if we going, so that is, it is wrong, because it is going to end to end in our transaction and check in the database. So it is taking the performance issue, right? Because unnecessary if does not have any data related to that id, so we have to not call any db. Okay, and we have to not do all the flow need to execute. Okay, that's why it's not a right things over here. Will do. See, it's bad request, that is fine for the as of now. But yeah, what we'll do that Fluent API, we'll implement as a Fluent API in this application layer. And in this application layer actually, that will handle that handle that validation inside this all the commands. Okay, we'll do in the next upcoming session. Okay, but yeah, for the clean architecture perspective, that is done. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe.